you know, it was one of the things, going to Canada, you know, to Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, whether I was there for St. Anne's, whether I was just to visit friends, it was like a cultural retreat for me anytime I've ever gone. And the same thing for the Congrès. You go there and you're this high, you're hollering, you're making noise with people that share your last name. You're just like, well, I'm just proud to be alive right now. And the first thing out of your mouth when you leave is that, you know, I said, I'm pinching every penny I can, I'm going back. And, you know, I attempted to do that, and it just kind of, in 5 years, sometimes goes by quicker than you think, you know. So I'm disappointed I'm not going to be able to make it this year, but I need to soon make Canada back with some plans.
Can you talk a little bit about the level that you might use technology to stay in touch with the people that you met over there, either Louisianians or the people that you met over there? How does that help you be in touch? Are you in touch with people?
Oh, absolutely. One of my best friends actually is a guy named Albert Como, who's from Vermilionville, Nova Scotia, who actually we met probably around 1999, 2000, because he started hosting a little radio show up there, and he contacted me because I was doing radio here, asked about Cajun music, but he wanted to do it. So, you know, over the years through emails and now Facebook and stuff, you know, we'll keep in contact pretty often. I met a guy named Jesse up at St. Anne's who was a musician, and he'd come and jam with us. And, you know, through Facebook and telephone, whatever, and we kept in contact. And now he's living here. And he's actually plays music with Cheryl Cormier, you know, so yeah, you know, it makes a big difference. It makes it easy. You know, those are relationships you don't. I mean, I don't think I want to lose any of them. You know, and I've done my best to keep up with as many of those people as I can.
And what about you, Erin?
Absolutely, yeah. I know a lot of people from Canada that I met from St. Anne or at Congrès or at different places in the world, and like it's so easy now to stay in touch with people from there through Facebook and email and everything, and I find that people stay really connected now because of it, and we stay in touch, people from here, people from Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, and it's great for us, for people like me and Derek who didn't grow up speaking French as our first language, but we get to practice with our friends from there, you know, writing emails in French, writing Facebook messages in French. It's kind of cool.
So Mama, you get to keep in touch with your friends?
It's overwhelming because, like you said, once you become a friend, you're a friend for life. Mm-hmm. Okay, and there's no changing that, which is great. And with Facebook, naturally, it connects you with the world. And I get so many people, you know, my son keeps telling me when we're going to get up there because so many people are waiting because of all the Canadian tours we have done. Okay? All these people, not only have we gone up and done Canadian tour, brought Louisiana up there, but through Mr. Claude, he's brought some, and I have other tour companies who have come from Canada. So we have so many, in fact, that's how we're staying. One couple that came on one of my Canadian tours heard that Mama was thinking of going to Canada to Congrès, thinking. And her and her husband made me promise if I go that I'd stay with them. They wanted the honor of hosting Mom at their house. And I wasn't used to staying at people's houses yet. You know, so they gave me the look or whatever. But now, this elderly couple, he plays country music. And they built this huge jam room at their house. It's not only housing Mama, they're housing Mom, her son. I'm bringing the young musician, Jacob LeBlanc, who's 16, who plays accordion phenomenally, okay? I'm bringing him. And the whole band Lottie Pot is coming with Mama. And the man who's the travel writer for Travel Post magazine. This one couple's housing all of us. They're in one house. Okay? We're going to be like 10 people at this one place. We're staying at a little community called Eagle Lake, which is about 40 minutes from the Congrès. And the community, let's put it people shut babies. The community is so excited about us being in their community, okay? Staying in their little area, that the ladies have gotten together for the past 2 or 3 months. They have picked all the fresh fruit they can, they've been harvesting everything, cooking it all, put it in the freezers and be cooking for us. Because they're gonna run shifts, they saw our schedule. They're gonna run shifts to make sure we have fresh hot food 24 hours a day. Because the community's coming in to feed us at this one house and take care of us. And I thought, it all started with one little couple.
Yeah.
And now they're taking care of 10 of us. And we're gonna have round the clock 24-hour food. And I said, baby, we're not gonna have time to eat. Oh, but y'all gonna have to eat. They're gonna have to eat. The community is coming into that one house and taking care of us.
And I might add to that, and I appreciate you saying it, because when I said it, I felt like I was with family. I don't say that very lightly. I felt like that what is important in life, your feeling of security. That I felt like the friendships and the relationships I had with these Canadian people are lifetime friends. And that what's really important, if everything's going smooth in your life, you're all right. But I felt like really from the bottom of my heart that if I was in a bond, I had nobody else to turn, that I went to Canada, and I found these people, you're going to make it. It's up to us.
And Derek, you've experienced that
Yeah.
too?
And they have the same experiences we do, and they will help you as well as your brother. It's important.
You know, when Aaron and I were lucky enough to have our tax paid when we went to Congress. We were part of this delegation that, you know, the Lieutenant Governor's office put together. And it was a great honor. However, you know, typical Derek Landry, I really only half listened to things, you know. So I did not arrange for a ride. And I really had to hitchhike, you know, in Canada to get to the Congress, me and a buddy of mine. And so we finally got picked up, and we had to sleep in a truck. And we just pulled off the side of the road to a blueberry field. And the next morning I woke up to somebody knocking or tapping on the window, and I'm like, oh, you know, I looked up and this guy's just staring in at us. I'm like, oh man. So I rolled out the window, I'm like, yes sir. He's like, are you all right? I said, yes sir. I said, look, I said, we from Louisiana, we're trying to get to the Congress, we're lost, we're hitchhiking, we just need to sleep. He was like, you know, should have come knocked on the door. We had plenty of room. So he was like, y'all come in, y'all, you know, take showers. We're gonna make y'all breakfast. And you know, they made this best, very fresh breakfast. You know, blueberries, of course, up there, a lot everywhere. But they just took us in. You know, I was telling Aaron that like a week later, a few days later, so I got a tap on the shoulder. It was the aerobic shows, and she had made me 2 loaves of homemade bread. You know. And I was like, wow. You know, and we kept in contact via email every so often. When she'd make fresh bread, she'd send me a picture of it. Like, here's your fresh bread. So yeah, they are, and you know, this is pretty often anywhere, but everywhere Cajuns go, we're kind of the cool kids on the block for a lot of people, you know. They see how fun-loving we are. And when they find out you're from Louisiana, everything is open to you. Their homes, their families, and they'll take care of you whatever you need.
Yes. And so, Aaron, you've experienced the same?
Yeah, I mean, just the very welcoming attitude. You know, people like very experienced people inviting you into their homes, people wanting to cook for you. They get really excited when they find out like your grandmother was an A bear, and they're like, oh, we're A bears. They get so excited. And I don't know, there's something that people from that area, I guess they kind of look at Louisiana as sort of like Atlantis. Like, it's this like destination, and people always, I have a friend who always calls Louisiana Atlantis, or like French-speaking people in Louisiana, it's like Atlantis because it's not supposed to exist, but it does. And so we're really fascinating for them, I guess. And yeah.
Well, the Congrès Mondial is going to be opening on the 8th, on Friday the 8th. And the hub is, at first, it's going to be opening in Evanston, New Brunswick. And then, of course, it's going to be moving on to Maine for Grand Tetama, which is going to be on the 15th of August. And the celebrations that culminate the celebration is going to be a short week later, and it's going to be around Témiscouata-sur-Lac, which is in the province of Quebec. So if you can visualize the northernmost tip of Maine and Quebec and New Brunswick and that, draw a circle around it, and that's where the bulk of the activities are going to be taking place. We really want to invite you to get a program. Mama has plenty of them. And it's not too late to book a flight. It's not too late to drive up there. There's people who are going to be going up there. And we certainly hope that we're going to see you. We're wondering if there are any questions that you'd like to ask. We have plenty of time for questions.
I just walked in, but I see that on the chalkboard there. I will not speak French in the classroom or on the school ground.
Yes.
100 lines. What was that underneath 100 lines? 1960. It was 1960 and 1968. Wow, I never knew it was that long a period. I knew it existed though.
And I wrote them in the book on the blackboard.
I know my grandfather, for example, he got whipped for talking French.
I was at Coteau Elementary, 4th grade, and there was a guy named Gary. They talked to asked something in French and responded to him in French. And the teacher told us to come in the class, and that he said, you have to write on the board 1,000 times, I will not speak French in the school.
Wow. That's
And
terrible.
she said, I don't agree with it, but if I don't do this, I'm going to lose my job. I said, by the way, I said, you look like you talk French. So she said, well, I'm going to come here from Church Point.
Oh man. Now I don't understand that because I thought it was in America. Was that English rulership at the time or something? What was that about?
Well, it was
Very
the
good.
idea. It was the idea that they wanted the melting pot. They want everybody to speak English, and
Not
especially in
Spanish.
Louisiana,
Uh-huh.
they felt that French was keeping
Mm.
the economy down, that people weren't getting educated.
That's true. I did hear that.
It's that same old thing, if you don't agree with them, then you don't do it.
I misunderstood big time.
But anyway, it's hard to believe that somebody like me would, I can understand my parents or my grandparents, but I myself wrote on the board I would not speak French.
Oh, that must have been hard for you right there.
Yeah, well, the thing.
I didn't understand why the word
Because you're little kids. How old were you when you did that?
Well, in 4th grade, that would be what?
10.
Yeah, you was a little kid, so you were living. Yeah.
But I find it funny because I didn't, they told me that you punish for things that are bad. I said, so I asked my grandmother that who spoke over in French.
Yeah.
I said, what's so bad about talking French?
Really?
Yeah. He said, well, child, je veux pas que tu parles ça, c'est tout, c'est la loi.
I love the language.
He said, well, I guess I'm going to be out of
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's 1916 because that's the year that Louisiana legislature passed a law that everybody had to go to school.
Oh.
Because before that, very often school was optional. But in 1916, it became, an obligation. And of course, since every child had to go to school, many of them arrived at school without knowing English.
So I was born in 67, so no wonder I don't speak that. I speak a little bit, a lot of French, but you see, whenever me personally, I mean, whenever my grandmother and mother didn't want me to know that, they were speaking French when I was a kid, and then I heard my name live, so I knew that I did something bad.
So I can tell you've been exposed to French by your
Oh yeah, all my life.
No question about that.
All my life.
I can tell that.
But they didn't teach me like they should have though.
Yes.
That's a shame.
Like some people, like yourself, there's still people ashamed of being able to speak French.
I love it.
And they tell me, I don't speak French, no me.
I'd rather speak French, man.
I said, man, you gotta give us away, man.
Yeah.
If you speak French, you say no me.
I like English, but I like something about French, like I almost know it automatically though, just by reading it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, they tell you
That's all it is, I guess.
you got an accent. When I was in Mississippi, they told me they said foreign to Asian. They said, not
Mississippi.
foreign, I'm going to know.
Right, well, he's a stuff jumping from Mississippi.
Well, that's one of the wonderful things about the first Congrès Mondial Acadien and everyone after, this is going to be the 5th one. It has not only inspired people to travel to Canada and to have an opportunity to meet people who are Acadian from their own families. I see someone here who has a Richard family t-shirt and a Thibodeau family t-shirt. And many families in Louisiana, many, now have associations so that they can remain in touch, plan family reunions, and the Congrès Mondial Acadien has that component as well. There's the idea of sharing cultures, music, concerts that include Louisianians in Canada. Canada. And also, you might also know that there is still the Sommet des Femmes, where women get together and discuss issues that are pertinent, which includes how hard is it for a mother who speaks French to assure that her children will speak French if she's married to someone who's only Anglo, you know? And there are Louisiana Day, there's going to be Louisiana Day on August the 18th, and many other events. So we highly encourage you to get one of the programs because each little locale is going to have some of its own celebrations as well.